Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Grad and I am owner of KM Paint. And if you're wondering what KM Paint is, it is a business that I created 4 years ago during the pandemic, and I make all sorts of custom creations for every occasion. So for today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys a step-by-step tutorial on how I made this graduation topper with my Cricut. But I just want to take a moment and say, isn't it so freaking cute? I am obsessed with the results of this. And I mean, who doesn't love Harry Potter, right? So yeah, let's get to crafting. So what I'm using for the base of the cap is a piece of cardstock, which is 12 by 12, but we'll be cutting it with the Cricut. Some handy dandy scissors just in case. And for the text, I'm going to be using this gold glitter iron-on vinyl, and I'm going to be cutting it with my Cricut on a 12 by 12 sticky mat. Now moving on to Cricut Design Space to cut our topper. I'm going to open up our shapes and look for the square, and then we're going to resize it to 9.5 by 9.5. So now that we have our square, we're going to go back to shapes and we're going to look for the circle. This is what's going to allow us to place the topper onto the cap. I like to resize this to 1 inch, but you can go smaller. So now to make sure the circle is right in the middle, we are going to grab both, go to align, and then press center. And poof, little circle is right where it's supposed to be. So now we're going to grab both of them once again, go to the bottom right where it says slice, so you can do exactly what it says, slice. After doing that, you can just go ahead and use your mouse and delete the little circles from the middle so it'll look like this. So here I am using a 12 by 12 standard grip Cricut mat, and I'm gonna place my piece of cardstock. So now that that has been placed, to the Cricut Maker it goes. I'm setting my cut setting to this heavy cardstock at normal pressure. I think it works the best. While we wait for that to finish cutting, we're gonna go back to Design Space to design our cap. To make it easier for the designing process, we're gonna go ahead and put 45 so it can rotate. Gonna change the color to black just so I can get an idea of what it's gonna look like. And I already uploaded this photo of Dobby with his diploma, and we're just gonna leave him on the side while we figure out our text. For our text, obviously, we are going to use a Harry Potter font. And this font, I looked it up on DaFont and then downloaded it. If you guys would like a video on how to download some fonts, I got you guys. Let me know in the comments below. So now all we need is our text. So here I am adding the quote by each line and making sure everything fits perfectly. When adding the rest of the text, I like to duplicate the last line I just did, just to make sure everything is the same size. Now that my text is complete, it's time to move Dobby over. We're gonna change his color just so we can see him and place him correctly. And now that he has his permanent spot, we're gonna go ahead and change the rest of the letters to this yellow, just to give me an idea of what it's gonna look like. And our template is now complete. So now it's time to check on our graduation topper. Uh-oh, so here I realized that the topper didn't really cut through all the way, but that was totally fine because I was able to just pop it right out with no issues. Now we have our base, which is not too shabby. Just gotta punch out the hole that's in the center. So we're gonna go ahead and turn this around and kind of add pressure through the back and hope it comes out perfect. Please, please. Oh, that was easy. Oh. So it did just rip a little bit of the backing part of the topper, but that's totally okay because the topper goes like this, so no one will see. Moving on to the letters of the topper, they are going to be gold and glitter. So let me just get this open and we can go ahead and lay it on our mat. I just want to take a moment and show you guys how freaking pretty this iron-on is. Something good to always remember for Cricut is that if you're using an iron-on vinyl, the shiny glossy side always goes face down onto the mat. You don't want to forget this, because if you do forget, you'll go ahead and cut out your design wrong and you'll waste material, you'll probably get a headache, and you probably won't even want to do whatever project you're working on anymore. So always remember, shiny side face down. Now that my vinyl is prepped, we're gonna go ahead and go into Design Space and remove the black topper. Select your whole design, go to the bottom right, go to Combine, and then we're gonna weld it. Once welded, we can go ahead and click the green button on the top right, which is to make it, and it'll give you an example like this. Once we're here, you always wanna remember to mirror your image. Anytime you are working with iron-on vinyl, it is important you mirror the image. If not, it's gonna come out completely wrong and you'll have to start again. So mirror that image. Now that this is finished, we're gonna go ahead and remove it from the mat. So now I wanna just detach it from here. You can use some scissors, but I like to use my paper cutter just so it leaves a clean mark. Moving on to which I think is the easiest part is now weeding this. If you guys don't know what weeding is, it just means we're gonna go ahead and remove the excess product from the transfer sheet. And again, you can do this by hand. It's super easy to just go ahead and peel. Or you can use one of these right here. This had just came in a vinyl roll that I had bought. So yeah, this is my go-to, but we won't need this just yet. As you guys can see, I already removed most of the excess, but now we gotta focus on like the little tiny parts here for the letters. And that is when I am going to use this handy dandy tool and this little tweaksy. I think this is like normally a nail polish holder, but I just use it for little vinyl scraps. And voila, we are finished. Now to transfer it onto our grad cap topper. So now we have our graduation topper, and we're just gonna lay this transfer on top just to see if everything is the right size. So now we're gonna go ahead and heat up our heat press, get it started, get it warmed up so we can go ahead and press this on. We're gonna set the temperature to 320. And we're probably gonna press for about 30 seconds. So if you guys watched my first video, you guys know I already did a unboxing on this exact heat press. And I just wanna say I've been using it for a couple months now and I absolutely love it. It's my first heat press ever other than the Cricut Easy Press that I had. It's definitely an upgrade. It's super easy to use and I've been loving it. I just absolutely love it. So if you have a Cricut Easy Press and you are looking to upgrade, I definitely recommend this heat press or any other heat press. It just makes the biggest difference when you're pressing shirts and things like that. After a couple minutes, our heat press is now all heated up. So now we go ahead and press the design. I have my design here. I just made sure that everything looks good, it's placed right. And since it is, then we're gonna go ahead and place inside. I'm gonna use these two little film transfers just to put it over, and we're gonna press for 15 seconds. So now that we heated this up, we're gonna go ahead and move it back to our regular table to peel the transfer off. We're gonna start peeling carefully just in case. We don't want to lift any part of the cardstock. Ta-da! Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, this is so pretty! So this is what the finished product looks like. That is so pretty! I pulled out my actual graduation cap from 4 years ago just to show you guys what the topper would look like on here. So basically just lining up the circle, positioning it right, and there you have it. I normally give my customers these little sticky tabs, which you can get at Hobby Lobby, just so they can secure it, depending on if your school actually lets you glue it onto your actual cap or not. It is totally removable. I just want to say I am totally obsessed with how that grad topper came out. I am so excited to show my customer. I am sure she's gonna love it. But I'm gonna end out the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. I had so much fun creating this with you guys, and I can't wait for our next project. Bye!